My cat's asthma, her inhaler routine. We're going to be making a pumpkin spice latte, and we're just going to be chatting. So, thank you for joining us. So, this is my little girl, Ella. She can be the sweetest little cat when she wants to. When she wants to be a crazy cat, she definitely is crazy. Um, but yeah, so she was diagnosed and now with asthma, and now has to use this inhaler to help her breathe better. Now, she was diagnosed with asthma back in January of this year, and she had like coughing smells and all kinds of things, like back in December, the end of December during the holidays. We thought it was just like a hairball, but it turned out she has asthma. So they went and did a lot of tests on her to make sure it wasn't anything else because to decide on asthma being an issue, they kind of have to rule out a lot of other things like heart issues and different other things that can mimic some of the same symptoms. So she had a lot of blood work done and she had um, x-rays done and all kinds of things to determine if she had asthma. And of course, that was ultimately the diagnosis. And so she was put on a oral steroid, and she did that for about 2 or 3 weeks. They can't stay on oral steroids very long because it ultimately is like really actually bad for them and can cause other issues like liver issues and all kinds of things. And so while she was taking the oral steroid, we transitioned to also using an inhaler for her to treat her asthma. And so that is where we are. So she has been taking this inhaler treatment since January, 2 times a day to help get her asthma under control. Right. So in a minute, I'll be giving her morning inhaler. Again, she has to do this twice a day. Um, so if you have any questions about cat asthma or her, just let me know. A cat, yes, isn't she the sweetest? Oh my god. She can be such a sweet girl, but then other times, not so much. But yeah, the inhaler routine for her happens twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. Now, usually, as soon as I pull this out of the door, she jumps up on the counter because she knows it's time for her inhaler treatment, and she ultimately knows she gets a treat afterwards. Now look at that belly. She definitely is humoring me right now. I mean, look at this face. She's like, "Can you please not?" But she knows in a minute she's gonna get some treats. So we'll leave it at that. Now, so this is her inhaler. I'm gonna let her, let's see, we'll get her some treats. And the cat is a boost of dopamine. I know, right? I wake up and she's right there, and I wake up and she's right there. No, she wakes me up, and then she's right there. So yeah, this is her inhaler treatment, and so this is her inhaler. This is the same exact medicine that humans use for asthma. I get it from CVS, just like anybody else would, and then in turn, she doesn't like this treat. She's very spoiled. She knows that she's going to get the good treats when she does the inhaler. So yeah, this is a normal inhaler that humans would use for their asthma. The problem is you can't exactly give this to a cat in this way. So we have this AeroCat chamber. Now, a lot of kids use chambers like this if they have asthma or they're taking medicine with an inhaler, and it just helps. It's easier, you know. It's like trying to give this to a kid and tell them to breathe in and do certain things. It's harder. So basically, when we dispense this medication, into the chamber. It kinda hangs out in this chamber, and then we're able to put this, yeah, let's show them, gently, let's see, she's like, "No," against her nose, and then she breathes in. Again, if you have any questions while I'm going through this, just put it in the chat, and I will answer those questions. But, in some of my shorts I've done, people are like, "How do you know that your cat is, not holding her breath or that I'm suffocating her or whatever?" Well, she can easily breathe kind of if she needs to. I'm not like suffocating her anyway, but I know she's taking the medicine because there's a little flap right here, and each time she breathes, it moves. And then I know that she is getting a breath, and she has to do 10 breaths um, per treatment. So 10 breaths in the morning, 10 breaths at night. A lot of people think that I'm counting seconds, and it's like, no, I do know how to count, and it's just the breaths. Now, sometimes she gets so excited for her inhaler treatment that she will start purring, and so when she's getting the treatment, she's purring, and so this flap just like shakes because she's so excited about it. But this is kind of the basic idea for her asthma treatment and the medicine that she gets. Now, she also has an emergency inhaler, and we would put this into the chamber as well. And this is albuterol, again, same medication that we use as humans for asthma. This is an emergency inhaler. So, like, this is just a maintenance inhaler to make sure that her asthma doesn't get out of control and it stays under control. And luckily it has. But if it were to like she have an asthma attack, we could give this and this would try to open up those airways right away. And then we can make a determination if we need to go to the vet immediately or if we could go the next day, depending on, the hours or whenever it occurred. But yeah, same medicine as that. Let me go get her again because she's run off. Here, I'll ask a question to her. Where are you from? Country name, please tell. I am from San Diego, California, in the United States. And it is just morning now here. It's 58 degrees, so that's nice. Come here. She likes to run. Oh, she's very upset right now. She wants her sun time. She likes being in the sun. And so I'm taking her away from the sun. But yeah, so that is kind of her asthma journey. Again, like if you have a cat and you're wondering if they have asthma, the symptoms were basically she was completely fine, no other issues previously. And then all of a sudden she started having these coughing spells that were similar to like having like a hairball, except she never had a hairball. And this happened a few times, and then it would start happening like pretty regularly within like a few hour period. That's when we became concerned, and of course, it was go over the holidays during Christmas and New Year's Eve, and so the vet had different, uh, issues, with being open, obviously, for the holidays, and so it was trying to get her in and deciding whether we wanna go to emergency vet, but then, she was diagnosed pretty quickly, because we got her in and they did, like I said, X-rays on her, and then we did blood test, and that kind of ruled out a lot of the stuff on deciding because that kind of is how they diagnose asthma. In cats is eliminating some other issues like heart issues or other issues that they may have. And she had no other issues. Her blood work was all good. And so ultimately, asthma. Unfortunately, treating asthma in cats can be kind of expensive. Um, her medication is about $120, just, with, like, an insurance kinda thing, GoodRx. Hello, Benjamin. Thank you for joining the live. Thank y'all, all of y'all who are here hanging out. Again, if you have any questions, whether you want to talk about random things or you have questions about my cat Ella and her asthma routines, just put them in the chat, and I appreciate them. Um, Oscar, hello. Let's see. She's like she's over it. Also, I'm wearing black. Not a good decision for me. Um, that's a good one. So yeah, and so we've been doing this twice a day, and she's luckily been great with it. Also, again, like I said, expensive, like $120 with the GoodRx prescription, which is ridiculous. Some people get their inhalers from Canada. Also, some people wonder like how I trained her, and it was just like basically you hold her, put it on her, make her she has to breathe, and then eventually, like, she would get treats afterwards, and she was trained to, do that. So, yeah, in about 5 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and give her inhaler. Be sure and share this chat or, live, with your followers, and let them know about us and giving a cat an inhaler. Okay. AKY, who will be the next president of America? Well, I hope, it would be Kamala Harris. That is who I want to be president. Cindy, sir, is there any chance you can get me an iPhone? Um, I'm so sorry, Cindy. I cannot. I have to pay for this medication. She's an expensive little girl. Juan, how old is she? Let's see. She turned 8 this year. In March, she turned 8. So yeah. And, and then when we took her to the vet, they're like checking her out and doing everything. And then they consider her like a elderly or geriatric cat, and I'm like, "No, this girl? This face? No." But apparently she is. Um, this was her, um, little mug shot from the Humane Society, when we got her. This is this is what we saw, and we're like, "Oh, well, she definitely is the one." I mean, she actually chose us, she wouldn't leave us alone. Um, and then here she is 8 years later, a very, very spoiled cat who gets anything she wants. She gets all the attention she wants. Of course, she wants the attention on her own terms, but luckily, she withstands my hugging and loving and kissing. My other cat, Salem, he will come sit in your lap and he loves cuddles, but like if I was to hold him like this, he would not allow that. He'd be like, let's not." But he was he was an outdoor cat for a while. Cindy says, "Y'all are too cute. What's her name?" Her name is Ella. Juan, adorable. I know, isn't she? She really is like, please, can I just get my inhaler so I can get some treats and then go sunbathe? That's that's her life, like, right? Like, what a nice life. You just like get treats, get breakfast, get food. Okay, I know, I know. I don't have your little treat tray out here right now. Um, yeah, she lives the hard life. So everyone off your little belly again. Everyone liked your little belly. But yeah, do y'all have any questions? Or what's going on with y'all? How's y'all's day going? How's your Friday? It's Friday. Yay, that's exciting. Okay, I'll give you more treats. I'll give you more treats. And again, guys, in about 4 minutes, we will do her morning inhaler routine so all of y'all can see that. Again, be sure and share the live. I appreciate it so much. And again, thank all of y'all for being here on the live and chatting with me. And then after we give her inhaler, I'm going to make a pumpkin spice latte. And so y'all can hang out with me and then we can chat about whatever. Um, Brandy Cruise, not good. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Well, hopefully, uh, as the day progresses, things will get a little bit better. But we are sending you all the good vibes. Ella, if she could, would give you the biggest hug and cuddles. I definitely know that. Um, how many of you guys in this chat have watched Agatha All Along? Has anybody watched that? Just concluded yesterday. Also, Halloween yesterday. Anyone do anything fun? Anyone go trick or treating? Get any good treats, candy? Cindy, can I tell you where I'm from? Because it's far away from where you are right now. Cindy, where are you from? DZ. Interesting. Juan, I was bored, glad I found this life thing. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Yeah, we just started doing lives recently. I'm gonna try to do them like at least once or twice a week, and I'm gonna try to set a time so people can know, oh, if they want to chat with me, see Ella, hang out with her, see all of her cuteness. We can do that. Brandy, I've been sick for just 3 days. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about that. Hopefully, you're near the end of your sickness and that you'll get over it quickly. I hate being sick. The other day, I got my COVID booster and like it knocked me out. I was out for like 2 or 3 days. It was just horrible. Um, Beyblade Masters. You're in Poland. Oh, you are very far away. How is it? How is it in Poland? How's the weather? What's the temperature? Is it getting cold? Say Franks, what's in the cage? A chameleon. Nothing, unfortunately, right now. I do want to put, yeah, something like a chameleon in here, or maybe a frog or two. But I'm still like getting plants to grow and getting my moss and all that all situated. But yeah, and it's like on a whole system. I can't turn it on right now, but it automatically puts on humidity, and, fogs out the whole, uh, enclosure, when it reaches, like, a certain humidity level, and then automatically turns off so it doesn't get too humid, so it stays all within a certain, uh, temperature and humidity range. Brandy, yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I hope so too. Ella and me are sending all of our good vibes that you hopefully get over it really, really quickly. Be sure and drink lots of water. Stay hydrated. That's always important. JC, no. Like, no. Beyblade, good. Brandy Cruz, oh no, I'm doing good now. But I had it like 2 weeks ago, I guess, now at this point, or last week I had it. And yeah, like I was fine, and then I got severe chills, like severe, severe chills. And then I like couldn't sleep. Okay, okay, no. Um, hello, hello, hello. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. But yeah, we're gonna give my cat her inhaler in a minute. So y'all get to see me do that. And then we can just chat about whatever. If y'all been watching something, I can chat about my plants. We're gonna be making a pumpkin spice latte with my espresso machine. And yeah, we're just kind of hanging out right now. Uh, Beyblade Masters. So I technically live in Poland, but going to England in 4 days. Oh my gosh, that's fun. Are you going for work? Are you going for fun? What are you going to do in England? In 4 days, that's exciting. Hopefully, if it's for pleasure and fun. Um, Yes, fun. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. I bet you can't wait 4 days. Like, I always get so excited before a vacation, and then, like, you're, like, 4 days away, and you cannot concentrate on anything. You can't concentrate on work. You can't concentrate on cleaning your house. You're just ready to get out of there and go have fun. What are you gonna do in England? What are you gonna do for fun? Ella is now laying in the sun doing her sunbathing, although it's kinda there's, like, some cloud or something. The sun isn't very strong. You don't know? Well, I'm sure you're gonna have fun regardless. There's so much to do and see, and then also just relax, go to the beach. That'll be fun. Um, I live in San Diego, so there's tons of beaches, and, I love going to the beach, just relaxing. I have, like, little favorite bakeries in certain areas, and so I'll always go grab a drink and, like, some little bakery item, and then I'll just, like, go sit at the beach, like, on a bench and just chill, relax, eat my pastry, read a book, scroll on my phone, and it's just so relaxing, just the waves crashing and the birds and all kinds of other things. And then one of the beaches has sea lions. There's some crazy people though who like go to try to pet them, not realizing, hey, these are wild animals. Brody the cat, I like to think in the background. Oh my gosh, thank you. Yeah, it's my little tank system I've been working on. This is like an IKEA cabinet that I've turned into like a plant life world. And I got some ferns in the bottom. I have some other plants I have right now that I'm taking out and cleaning up. And giving them some fertilizer. But yeah, this green ivy is growing like crazy. I don't even water it anymore because just the humidity level that's already in the system. And then I'm growing some moss in there and some other plants. I have some carnivorous plants in there, eating any like gnats or something that like appear in there, and then have a fan system so it doesn't mold. It's this whole system that I have set up, and thankfully it's working good. And then my ultimate goal is to get like a little chameleon or some frogs in there or something. Um, Beyblade. Well, I hope you have a good day, and yeah, have fun in England. That'll be so exciting. Yeah, it's really cool. I like it a lot. Um, Yeah, I want more plants though and more flowers, but I just gotta get them growing. And then ultimately they'll start growing on the side and attaching. I get some orchids in here, and so it's like really pretty. Yeah, Beyblade. Thanks for joining the live. I appreciate it. Hey, you're very handsome. Ah, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, guys. Um, let's go ahead and be sure and share this live real quick. Get those likes and those thumbs up because we are about to give Ella her cat inhaler, and we want as many people to see this as possible because she loves the views. Okay, let's see where she is. Okay, she's like sunbathing still. Okay, I'm gonna go over this one more time real quick before we get her over here, and we'll do her inhaler. So for any people that are new to the chat and joining me, my cat Ella has asthma. Now this is her when she was a baby before we adopted her from the Humane Society. This was her Humane Society mugshot. Now, last year in January or December, end of the year, she started having coughing spells that were kind of like hairballs, but she never had a hairball. She never produced a hairball. They kept happening. We took her to the vet, and that is when ultimately they diagnosed her with asthma. Now, she uses this inhaler. This is similar to what we would use as humans, the exact same medication. I get it from CVS and everything. This is the AeroCat chamber. So when we dispense the medicine, it kind of goes in here and hangs out because this would be really hard to give a cat an inhaler like this. Even kids and adults will sometimes use chambers like this because it's just easier, especially for kids again too. And then this little mouthpiece just goes around her little mouth and her nose, and she breathes in. Some people are like, "How do you know your cat isn't uh, not breathing or she's not breathing enough or whatever?" Well, right here, there's like a little thing that moves back and forth, a little flap. So with every breath she takes, it moves and flaps. And that's how I know she's taking a breath. And she has to take 10 breaths in the morning, 10 breaths at night. Now, this is her maintenance inhaler to make sure she stays good. Now, if she was to have an asthma attack at this point now, we do have albuterol. Again, same medications we use. We would attach it to here, dispense it, and it would open up her lungs to help us make sure that she was able to breathe, and then we would take her to the vet at that point. But yeah, this is her asthma inhaler system, and I will go grab her real quick, and we will give her an inhaler. One, acquiring a lot of knowledge here. I know. If y'all have any questions about anything I've talked about, or cat asthma, or anything like that, be sure and just put it in the comments, and I'll try to answer those questions. If you're just wondering random things. Um, but yeah, that's kind of the basic idea of it on and how to deal with the cat asthma because who knew cats have asthma? But yes, they do. Okay, let me grab her real quick. We're gonna do our inhaler. Everyone wants to see you. So, everyone, this is Ella. If you're new to the chat, she is my cat that does have asthma. Oh, really? She really just doesn't want to do this because she wants to sunbathe. Okay, so we will shake it up, and then here we go. You ready to show everyone your inhaler routine? Dispense the medicine, and then she breathes. One, two, three, breathe, girl. Four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. We're gonna do like two extra because she's being a little tricky here. She wasn't taking deep breaths. And that is how you give your cat an asthma inhaler. And now she's gonna get her treats. She likes the good treats. She only gets the good treats. So that's what she's obsessed with. You're all done. Say bye. Okay. She is gonna go away for a bit, and I will show you my other cat. And then we're gonna make A pumpkin spice latte. Okay, so my other cat, his name is Salem. He obviously was ready for the spooky season. You'll know why in a second. So this is Salem. Yes, Joanne Alvarez. My cat does have asthma. Ella, she does. And so we have to give her an inhaler twice a day. Now, this is my other cat, Salem. I love him so much. He's my cuddle bug. So as soon as you sit on the couch or you're sitting on the floor, or like say you just kneel down and sit to tie your shoe or something, he will come running and jump and sit in your lap and just take control. But like versus Ella, you can see he doesn't tolerate my love and my cuddles. I do have a black cat. I love him so much. I didn't know I would love him so much. Well, I love all animals, but um, he's an outdoor cat. Not now, actually. Sorry. He's from the outdoors. He would visit our house quite often, and yeah, I'm gonna turn this way real quick. Yeah, uh, he used to come and visit the house in the backyard and like hunt for mice in our backyard, like a lot. And we finally decided because it was getting like really hot temperatures, so we decided to like bring him in from out of the temperatures. And at the same time, we decided to go see if he had a microchip. He did not. And then also just check and make sure he was healthy, and he was. And then we just made the decision to let him stay in the house. And ever since he's been our indoor cat, and he's become spoiled. So spoiled. I'm so sorry your cat died. That is so horrible. I just like thinking about that. I just love animals so much. I have chickens. Also, should do a live from there sometime. But, yeah, I have lost some chickens and stuff, and that's just, like, so sad. So, losing a cat, I can't imagine. Alexandra, my orange cat would never let me hold him like that. I know orange cats are kinda be crazy, but, like, thankfully, he lets me hold him a little bit. He's gotten better. He withstands my love because ultimately he knows that I'm gonna give him food and treats, but he's not as temperamental or temperate as Ella, my orange cat. And Ella, my orange cat, is a girl orange cat, which is very rare apparently. But yeah, this is Salem. He's the sweetest. Okay, so now we are going to make a coffee. So I am going to set y'all up over here, and we are going to make a coffee. Okay, so first of all, it's so nice to have this espresso machine. It is a splurge, but the one great thing is you're not going to Starbucks or other coffee shops that are charging, like, nowadays, like, 7 or $8 for a latte, which is ridiculous. So, if you calculate how many times you went to a coffee shop, Starbucks or something like that, to make, a drink, it really helps out. Do they play together? Okay, not right now. Uh, Ella, since she was our first cat, is very much the queen of the house, and we're constantly now introducing them a lot together. Um, and so she's gotten a lot better. She hangs out with him, or she hangs out in his room a lot. She doesn't care about his scent anymore. They go in each other's areas where their like mainstay is, and but they don't fully play together, mainly because she, like, freaks out, and then she, like, screams, and all he wants is a play buddy. Like, when he was outside, there was, like, one time he brought a baby cat because we gave him food every evening, and, then he, brought this baby cat one time and let the baby cat eat some food first. So he's a very sweet, gentle, um, cat who just wants to play and have fun and ultimately probably cuddle. You only have 2 cats. Yes, I only have 2 cats. 2 cats, like 5 hens, and, that's all. I want a dog. A golden retriever is what I would get, but I have to wait on that. Okay, so now we are going to, get our coffee grounds. Now the coffee stays up here in this little chamber, and then in a minute, it's going to put out a certain amount of coffee into this little basket. So what do y'all guys have planned for today? Any fun plans? It's Friday, so, like, hopefully y'all have some fun plans. I'm gonna have to go take down, all my Halloween decorations outside since it's no longer October. I swear, October went by so quickly. Hey guys, thank y'all for joining the chat. If you're joining just now, I am making a pumpkin spice latte in my espresso machine. Earlier we talked about my cat having asthma and then my other cat, Salem, just hanging out. And I'll bring Salem back in a second, but finish this coffee first. If y'all have any questions, be sure and put it in the chat or whatever y'all are doing. Again, are y'all having anything planned for this weekend? I now realize I'm wearing black and I was holding Ella, and so I am now like grossly covered in cat hair. Gelatin spacecraft, what is love? Well, I don't know. Love can be coffee at this point. I'm ready for a coffee this morning. Okay, give me my pumpkin spice syrup, and then we will go get my milk. So I basically have this recipe set down. There was a place that I get coffee from, a local coffee shop in San Diego, and I basically have the recipe down. So like I measure everything out so it tastes exactly like I like it. I love eating coffee understood. I mean, right now especially. I use oat milk in my coffee. Oh, I mean, I guess if y'all want to make this at home, I use 225 grams of milk. I have it on a little scale here. I use oat milk. I'm lactose intolerant. Oh, but um, I know I said Starbucks. I don't go to Starbucks because this, but Starbucks did announce that they're now no longer charging extra, or won't be charging extra for alternative milk, which is nice. They never should have been. So we'll let this pull the shot. I I think a little bit later I may have to go live. I have to have my vinyl record and I have to put them in new sleeves. Because every time I get like a new vinyl record, I will put it in a new sleeve and then an outer sleeve just to protect it. Okay, I mix the syrup. Okay, now I will turn you all around. This turns around a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to get ice, and then add a little bit more milk. I have a Mr. Coffee and Drink Holders. I mean, any coffee is great, right? When I go to my mom's house in Texas, I have to just drink basic stuff because she doesn't have an espresso machine, and she doesn't like coffee, otherwise I would just get an espresso machine, but, it just wouldn't be used except when I visit, so, that's not worth it. Mix it up. 1, are there times when you need to give her medicine sooner? Um, with Ella, my cat who has asthma, for those of you who are just joining, um, no, not usually. Basically she gets the morning inhaler in the morning, around, like, 10 o'clock or so, and then she gets her, inhaler at night around 10 o'clock. Um, and thankfully, ever since she started taking her inhaler, we've not had another asthma attack. Um, Again, when we first started, she was on an oral steroid to really get it under control quickly, and that worked right away. And then she transitioned to the inhaler while on the oral steroid. And so ever since then, thankfully, we've not had another asthma attack. But I do know some other people who do have cats that despite the inhaler, they will occasionally have an inhaler. Now, another thing with it, from what I understand, is that um, asthma can damage your lungs. And so, like, if it's not caught quickly or fast enough or whatever, you can start getting some damage on the lungs. And a lot of times that can, like, over time heal back up or, like, do its best as can because your body's pretty good and animal bodies are pretty good at repairing themselves. But sometimes you'll have scarring that is left, and then that can cause issues or irritations down the line. Um, Hi, Gopal. Thank you for joining the live. I appreciate it. We're just chatting about. I'll be on here for a little bit more, and we're just chatting about different things and random things, and just made an espresso or a pumpkin spice latte. Sorry. Gelatin spacecraft. I've never had espresso. Oh my gosh, you should try it. Like, okay, gelatin. Do you just have like black coffee, or do you put, like, um, sweeteners or any sorts creamers in it? You should try it. You should try an espresso. Very good. Very delicious. I love this espresso machine so much. I've made so many coffees in it. It's ridiculous. We have this coffee shop in San Diego called Better Buzz, and, I love it so much. They're also so expensive now. Like, I feel like they are equal to or more expensive than Starbucks, and it's, like, so ridiculous. There is a coffee shop, uh can't even think of it, I'm going blank, but it's in a garden center, like a garden nursery, and, they do not charge for alternative milks. So I'm glad Starbucks is not now. So hopefully because Starbucks is making this move, Better Buzz, my local coffee shops, will stop charging for alternative milk because don't. So many people drink alternative milk, it is not costing you money at this point because you're buying it in bulk anyway, or should be. Gelatin, depends, I drink it black or sometimes with hazelnut cream or nothing fancy. Kids are expensive. Well, I don't have kids, but I have 2 cats, and they're expensive. I mean, Ella, I didn't even mention this with Ella. She also, like 3 or 4 years ago, got urinary crystals, And so since then, she's been on medicated food for urinary crystals to prevent them from forming because they can be very, very bad. Thankfully, she's a girl, so it's not s- terribly scary. But yeah, so she's on medicated food for that. And then she decided to get asthma. She's an expensive girl. And then Salem, my black cat, he we had like a silicone egg ring and it was just I guess in the sink. Didn't think anything of it. We saw that he had taken it out and chewed it up. Again, didn't think anything of it. We picked it up, threw it away. Literally months later, 9, 10, 11, maybe almost a year later, he had a blockage in his intestines and they had to do surgery and it was the scariest thing. And ultimately, they found a piece of that silicone. It had been tumbling around in his intestines or something for over a year before like it caused an issue. So now, nothing's left out. We got rid of the egg silicone. So both of these cats have been very expensive. So yes, I do understand that. But sometimes I wouldn't say Starbucks. I mean, Starbucks is everywhere. So like it's easy for me to recommend like a pumpkin spice latte or if they have a pistachio latte. I don't even know if they have that right now. That one's really good. Or the apple oat milk latte is really good. And then of course peppermint latte is really good. So if you like peppermint, go to Starbucks, get a peppermint latte. Or better yet, if you have a local coffee shop, go there and get like a peppermint latte or something. Everyone has that now, and it's really good. Okay. One, do I play video games? I do sometimes. I need to play more. I thought about streaming, me just playing and chatting. Um, I play like basic games like Zelda or Super Mario's, or I love cities because I like building cities. I think that's so fun. I also play Civilization. So like I don't really play like super mainstream games aside but like from the Nintendo games, but like Civilization and cities. I really love those. Sarita, hi. Thank you for joining for the live. Love from India. Love from San Diego. Thank you. Gelatin. We have 2 cats about to gain a 3rd. We also have a black one named Salem. I know, I just had to name him that. Like, we named him before we even brought him into the house, and, then it was like, "Okay, yeah, you just have to be Salem." Like, it just has to be. I would take a 3rd cat, but I'd rather have the 2 cats now and get a dog first because I've always wanted a golden retriever. So that's the idea, that's the plan. I think Salem will get along really good with the golden retriever. What's your other cat's names? Or your other cat name? Salem is one, what's your other one? Um, Hi from the furry fandom. Hello, hello. Yeah, I mean, it has to be Salem, right? Let me see if I can get him. He's also sunbathing. Everybody's sunbathing. Oh, I just wanna say hi. Okay, so see, he's gonna be biting me. With my drink, I'm gonna spill that. So one thing with Salem is that, like, he doesn't think of me as, like, a parent, I don't think. I think if he thinks of me as a sibling because he literally, like, play bites me, and he will chase me sometimes, just randomly, like, I'm not even doing anything, he'll, like he has this, like, little tube tunnel thingy, and he'll just be waiting, and I walk by, and he, like, snatches me. I think he thinks it's the funniest thing. I also play with him a little rough. Probably shouldn't. They would tell you not to. The Galaxy cat guy would be like, "Do not do that." But, like, he's a gentle bite, like, he's not trying to be mean, he's just like and then sometimes he'll like, "Sir," and he'll, like, look at you, and then he'll just lick you, like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." Pumpkin, my daughter's cat, he was a stray that came and begged for pets when he had family over last Thanksgiving. His name has I was about to say, if you have an orange cat, ultimately, maybe it does have to be Pumpkin. So then you have Salem and Pumpkin, like, "Girl, you see that nonsense from him?" Um, yeah, I don't know which one you had first, but if you had Salem first, it has to be Pumpkin. If you had Pumpkin first, it has to be Salem. Like, yeah. 1, I tried to play Zelda starting with the first game, and yeah, I need to play more. Literally, my Switch and PlayStation, I just sit there. But I have TV shows I watch, I have movies I watch, I just don't have enough time. I read books, and so I'm like, I don't when do I have time to do anything? Gelatin. I play with Pumpkin pretty rough, he loves it. I know Salem loves it. Ella does too. Like, she does this thing where she'll, like we'll get rub downs and pets, and then when she's flip-flop back and forth on each side, then she wants to kinda, like, play, and she'll want you to, like, grab her, tickle her stomach a bit, and scratch it, and then that's when she, like, kinda, like, play bites and swats. She's so funny, and then she'll run off, and then she's done. But yeah, she likes doing that too. And again, she doesn't bite hard, like, you can tell that she's, like, just, like, being fun. Uh, is gambling bad? If yes, then why? Mm, I would say it is bad. I think you can gamble if you want, but, like, can become addicting, and then you can lose a lot of money. So I think for most people, it's not a good thing, unless you just have a lot of extra money that you don't care about maybe losing. But yeah, if you don't have a lot of money, I wouldn't gamble because the chances are really not on your side most of the time. And then you lose a ton of money. And then what are you gonna do? 1, I need to read more books. I do too. I buy books. I buy books, but I don't read books or enough quickly. And then I have my Kindle. So again, I have too many books. Gelatin, I'm gonna head out. Thanks for the chat. Best of luck. Thank you. I'm glad you have joined the chat. I hope you had fun and you got to see what it's like with the asthma cat. And say hi to Pumpkin and Salem for me. Salem, of course, says hi. He's getting some water right now. How to help someone with a problem gambling. Well, I think there are places that you can reach out to online, and there's like probably like discords or Reddit groups, of people who can help, who really know that area and specialize in helping people like that. Or your local communities. I'm sure there's places that you can reach out for help groups, and that would fall into those help groups. Um, so yeah. Okay, guys, I'm gonna stay on just a little bit more. Um, do any of y'all have any last minute questions? Questions about coffee, plants, cats, asthma cats, TV shows, books, games? Yeah, I need it. I'm gonna start playing games. I'm gonna try to start streaming. Just me sitting there building cities and cities or playing Civilization. Those are like my 2 favorite games. They're just like relaxing. So again, guys, I thank all of y'all for being here in the chat and chatting with me today. It's been good. Again, I'm gonna try to if you like this chat, be sure and give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. And I'm gonna try to like set up a schedule so that if you do enjoy chatting with me or seeing my cats, um, that you know that a certain day at a certain time works. And of course, you can always comment um, if certain times work for you or when do you want to see me chat Does this work in the middle of the daytime? Does nighttime work? Whatever. And then I'll play games, but I'll probably play games at night because during the day I need to do work and then clean and other stuff. What are your favorite animals? Oh, okay. Well, I obviously love cats and dogs, but I've always been obsessed ever since I was in kindergarten because we did some kind of like skit or something, and we had to be like animals, and I think we had to be endangered animals, maybe, but maybe not. I don't actually don't think so. We just had to be animals, and we had like these masks, and there was some kind of skit or play. And I was became obsessed in kindergarten with pandas, and ever since I've been obsessed with pandas. And the great thing, living in San Diego, the pandas just came back like about 2 months ago, and so I can just go see the pandas at the zoo now. I'm so excited. I haven't been yet. I usually go like once a month, but I have not been the last 2 months. There's been just so much going on. Um, but yeah, pandas. I think that would be my favorite animal aside from like dogs or cats, which you can really easily have at your house. Can't easily have a panda. Now, there's many animals at the zoo I'd love to have as pets, like wolves. Not that they're at the zoo all the time, but a lot of people like rehabilitate wolves or foxes, and I think that's cute. Meerkats, sugar gliders. Oh my gosh, I would have a zoo if I could, honestly. Tigers. I love tigers. I love cats. One, what is your favorite animal? Foxes. They're so cute. I follow a TikTok account. I think I followed a YouTube account first, or not a YouTube account, an Instagram account first. Of this woman who really rehabilitates foxes, um, and not necessarily to put them back in the wild because, like, they might be missing a leg or blind in one eye. Like they have like some issues, and so they wouldn't be good candidates to go back into the wild. And she like takes care of them. They like live in her house. They destroy her furniture sometimes. I wouldn't necessarily want them in my house like that. I would want like if I had a second house, like a little another house next to my house, and they could hang out in there, and then they have a little yard space. But I don't want them like tearing up my couch, so I have people over and my couch is a mess. They could come see the foxes in the other house. I'm gonna take out over to Salem real quick before I go. If I can do this. Much admiration for those who work taking care of animals. I know, I love it so much. I wish I could do that. Well, guys, thank you for joining the chat. I appreciate it so much. I will be back on again soon. Be sure and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so next time I go live, you can see me and you can hang out with me, and it'll be a lot of fun. Love from India. Love from San Diego. Hello. All green there. Wow. Yeah. I'll have to do a live from out here. This is my lemon tree, orange tree, plants galore. I have like, I don't know how many trees. I have like 20 fruit trees right now. And yeah, I need to do a live from out there. I like planting and gardening stuff. I need to do stuff on that. But yeah, guys, thank y'all for joining my live. I appreciate it so much. Be sure and like this live. Also, subscribe to my channel. Put the notification bell so you can get notified when I go live again. And you can hang out with me. I'm going to do this like twice a week, hopefully. We'll set times so you know that I'm going to be here. And you'll get to hang out with him and Ella. And we'll chat about whatever it may be. But again, all of y'all, thank you for joining and being here. Juan, thank you for being here. Do I watch cricket? I don't watch cricket. Like, I don't have a lot of time to watch TV, live TV or sports. I have, like, a few favorite shows that I watch. So it's just, like, I don't have enough time to do all of that. Like, I guess I have prioritized certain things, and sports stuff is not it doesn't meet that level. Like, I'll occasionally watch baseball game, Padres, um, but I don't even watch that consistently because between trying to take care of the animals, cleaning the like, taking care of the house, this garden, I like hanging out in there and chilling a lot, um, working and reading books, like, I just don't have time. I don't know who that is. Well, thank you, and I will be back next time. Bye, everybody.